Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Omotola. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please consider subscribing and remember to click on the bell notification icon so that you always get notified every time I upload a new video, which is at least once every week. So here on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK. I talk about my job centered around healthcare, and once in a while I bring updates regarding the UK immigration and the change in laws. So please don't mind my voice. I'm still recovering from a cold and that's why I'm sounding a little muffled. So this update is from the Pi News, and it says that stakeholders in the UK are reporting increasing numbers of international students dropping out soon after enrollment in order to accept employment offers in the care sector. If you know anybody here in the UK that does not do care, you are in the 1% of the 1%, because almost everybody is into care right now, and that is in most cases that is where you find most people who have tier 2 sponsorship. That's how they come in, and that's how they actually get their long stay and eventually get their permanent residence, otherwise known as indefinite leave to remain. But this story continues. It says changes to the skilled worker visa system means that applicants are no longer required to hold a degree level qualification to apply. Students can secure a job offer from an employer approved by the Home Office, can then apply to switch from the student route visa to the skilled work visa immediately without any need to complete their degree. The Pi News has discovered that a growing trend of overseas immigrants consults using universities as a stepping stone to help clients enter the UK, then switch to the care job before they are required to pay full tuition. This route offers a cheaper and faster pathway to full-time employment in the UK compared to the graduate route, which requires students to pay expensive course fees and maintenance for the duration of their course before entering the job market. While this is a completely legitimate immigration pathway, it will play havoc with university finances as it cannibalizes the international student population before they graduate. Non-continuation costs the UK higher education sector more than 300 million per year, and more than 100 universities are each losing more than £1 million annually in undergraduate tuition fees alone from students who drop out, according to the pre-pandemic HESA data. In a now deleted tweet, Lixan Law prompted the opportunity on social media, stating, "Attention all international students, new vacancies for care workers and health professionals in the UK with instant job placements. The only thing needed is for you to switch your visa with the skilled worker visa." And there's actually a screen grab of the tweet before it was actually taken down. So they're on to you guys. That's just the truth of the matter. So there's quite a lot more to read. This article, it causes a stir after a while, because once it starts to become a movement, attentions will be drawn, eyebrows will be raised, and red flags start going off everywhere. So as it is right now, the healthcare system or the healthcare route is still one of the most viable ways to come into the UK. That is why I keep saying that for those of you who are looking to apply, come in as a healthcare assistant, it is still a very viable route. You can bring your dependents in. There are a number of benefits that you are also allowed when you come in on the tier 2 sponsored visa, and there's just a lot of benefits. Your stay counts towards indefinite leave to remain. After 5 years of legal stay in the UK, you can apply for your permanent residence, also known as your indefinite leave to remain. There's just a lot. Unlike the student visa that has quite a number of limitations in terms of how many years you're going to stay in the country legally before you can apply for your permanent residency, even the post-work visa, or otherwise known as the PSW, that has been guaranteed for students who want to stay on after their studies. All of that doesn't count towards indefinite leave to remain. So you kind of understand why people are choosing to come in on the study route and cross over to the care job. It's still a legitimate, like it's been stated here in the article, it's a legitimate route to come into the UK, but it has raised a red flag. And anyways, I know that there's going to be a new pathway. I know there's going to be a new visa category that's going to be launched that would allow you to bring in your dependents. And honestly, till then, we know that the care route is the number one. It's the number one pathway. Also, the limitations for students to work. Students are only allowed to work 20 hours during term time, and off term time, they're allowed to work overtime and, get as much hours in as possible. So towards the tail end of this article, there is a very striking paragraph. Well, the last paragraph says that at the time of writing, the University of Warwick website states that students planning to switch to the skilled worker visa must have completed or be applying no more than 3 months before they are expected to complete the course. But this advice will appear to be no longer valid. A lot of universities are cracking down on this loophole. It's one major loophole that the UK has right now. And I think they are waking up to the realization of that. So someone actually said it in the comment section that, this is a very big loophole. Someone also said that this was almost inevitable, which I will have to agree with. Honestly, this is one major loophole that, once one person gets to know about, tells his or a friend or family member, the word gets around, it begins to spread like wildfire. And once people know that this is another pathway, people latch onto it, because a lot of people are just ready to stay back here in the UK, and the student route is not really giving that. So they're looking to get onto the skilled worker visa, which actually makes perfect sense, because the study route, let's face it, unless the UK changes one or two things about the study route, they are not going to encourage people to stay on as students, because there's really not much benefit that students are really getting on that particular visa category. So I know there was a petition that was going around saying that your time of study should be able to count towards your indefinite leave to remain, and also the post-work visa should be able to count towards your stay, because let's face it, a lot of people are doing overtime work. I'm not talking about students right now, I'm talking about people who have completed their studies and are on post-work visa. Lots of them are doing a lot of overtime work that accumulates the tax and, a lot of charges that goes out of their money. A lot of people are paying for national insurance as well, and, council tax and all of this. Everything is taxed in the UK. That there needs to be a revisit to the clauses and some of the limitations on the student visa. All right, guys, so that is our time here on this video. I would like to carry on this conversation in the comment section. So please do well to meet me in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation. All right, so if you found anything of value in this video, please do well to give it a huge thumbs up. It does a lot to help my analytics here on YouTube, and it also gets other people to see this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.